But although you've been part of a team, like a two-man team, you've really managed to survive on your own, which a lot of two-man teams don't do.
Yes, well, because we were individuals before we met, so we weren't a team from birth, as it were, because John Pertwee, funnily enough, I just heard saying at lunchtime, it is true that he was talking about people who are not well known before they become well known for a television role. Therefore, the television role harnesses them in some sort of strange way. When the television role comes to an end, they come to an end if they're not very careful. And the same with Ron and I, really. We were already quite well known before we became the two Ronnies, so we had separate lives anyway. And in the success of the two Ronnies, which we enjoy, we have, while enjoying it, have tried to keep a separateness going from both of our points of view, so that it pleases me and thrills me when Ron has a huge success like Porridge, because that serves to separate us and enabling us to come back together again for the two Ronnies. And I did my variety shows, and I'm going to do a sitcom and then soon for the Beeb, and Ron is going to do Open All Hours, and then we'll come back and do the two Ronnies again.
Didn't David Frost actually come to Danny LaRue's club in London, and that's how it all started for you?
David used to come in as a customer, because in those days he was stepping out with one of the ladies in the show, or stepping out with somebody, I know. But he was there, and he used to come in quite a lot. And he rang up and said, could he have tea with? Could he take me out to tea? One of his does these rather smart gestures, which I must say are lovely, and shades of times gone by, when he invites you out to breakfast at the Connaught or tea at the Ritz or something like that. And he said, would you come and have tea at the Ritz? And I went and had tea, and he said, I'm going to do a show called The Frost Report. I was in Twang, the ill-fated Twang, Joan Littlewood, Paddy Stone, Lionel Bart, Oliver Messel, all these wonderful credits. And it was a terrible flop, and he said, if Twang runs, you won't be able to do this, but if Twang does come off, I would like you to be in the show. And of course, Twang came off, and I did The Frost Report, so really it was a bad luck for a lot of people, but quite a bit of good luck for me, really.
Of course, you don't write anything. It's normally Ronnie Barker who does that. But you do almost a sort of stand-up comedian's bit when you're sitting in the chair. Is that not, in effect, an awful lot harder than actually writing the material?
Well, it's not a lot. It is more difficult. That's been an evolution too, really. I don't write that at all, but I kind of collect it together, and I edit it, and I sort of compose it, rather like one would do a jigsaw